So you might have heard of the importance of a sales funnel or a sales process. The question is, which one should you actually use? Should you be utilizing a webinar funnel, a high-ticket application funnel? Should you be utilizing product launch formula funnel, a lead funnel? Well, the good news is today, you actually don't have to experiment and fail and learn and repeat. In fact, you can skip all these steps and all you're gonna do is learn and implement. And today in this video, I'm gonna be taking you behind the scenes to an actual coaching call that I did to show you how to find that ideal sales process for you if you wanna be able to take things online. And if you watch till the end of this video, this will be one of the most important videos to help you get set up in the right foundation. Let's begin. Who do you serve, the results you generate, and what do you feel you are currently stuck on that you want to work on?
Basically, I am mentally trying to help people, working adult, especially young working adult who have back pain or even slip disc, so that they don't have to rely anymore on medications and also anymore on treatments. And every week I'm conducting about sessions of live webinar. My current challenge is actually I've identified two potential ones. One is that maybe my story isn't well transpired. I have done about 8 webinars. So far only sold 1. And the second challenge that I identified thus far is that to date, in terms of the traffic that I'm getting, is quite little compared to the total amount that I spent on for the 8 webinars. I'm seeing that I'm spending more but not getting enough to cover.
Okay, so even if we had better ads, more interesting, more engaging, more shareable, how much more could we decrease the cost per click? By making things improve by 50%, which is huge, will it change and move the needle? Understand something, decreasing your cost per click by 50% doesn't mean that your profitability increases by 50%. It's still going to be a case where if you were successful in that department, 1, 2 months, 3 months from now, you'll still say, Peng Joon, my funnel's not working. I'm still just breaking even at best. So that either means just two things, two extremes. Number one, we significantly increase our price while maintaining our conversions. Or number two, we change the sales process to match your price point. Could be a lead funnel where they opted in, right? So you have a back pain kind of video and you gave them a checklist, a blueprint, a cheat sheet, some exercises, something like that. They opted in and then there's a sales video. Or straight up, they land on a page and straight away there's some sort of sales video or challenge that happens immediately. Understand that for your market, it's not always about just, oh, I gotta do a webinar, right? It really depends on the market and the niche that you're in. So if this was the case, let's talk about crafting a good sales video after somebody opts in. So for you personally, when you had that slip disc and you went through all this that you went through, what was that like for you? Tell us about that experience.
It was a disaster to me actually 2 years ago. 2018 is July 30th, I still remember the day. I was in the gym and then suddenly something strange happens. I was at one point paralyzed and then I was hospitalized for weight. What has caused me is that first I have to endure endless pain, but that is just the beginning. What is more worrying to me is that after the medication stops, after the painkiller stops, that's where I start to see the aftermath of it, is that I couldn't play sports, I couldn't sleep well, I have challenge at my work because I can't sit for long hours. That has caused a lot in terms of my personal quality of life, in terms of delivering my tasks at work, meeting deadlines. So my whole life was gone haywire.
What I want to be able to do is to show them that journey. What we want to be able to do is to understand that's how our audience is feeling, okay? So what Jason did really well, first one is he connected with previous step, right? Congratulations for downloading this checklist. It's going to reach your inbox. You're going to absolutely love it, right? So we've done this in the past. The next thing after we connected, we need to tell them what is the problem, okay? You'll notice that in ads, we do that a lot, right? Making them problem aware that there's a problem. So this is where we want to start introducing this framework so that this sales video allows them to see what the problem is. Congratulations for downloading this checklist. You're going to receive it in about 5 minutes from now. In this video, I wanted to be able to share with you how you can actually accelerate and get faster results when it comes to elevating your back pain. My name is Jason, and one of the things that I personally went through, June 18, 2018. There'll be a date I'll always remember. I was at the gym and I felt this sharp pain I thought was unusual. And next thing I knew, I actually thought I was paralyzed. And it was one of the most frightening experiences I ever went through, thinking there's a possibility of me never walking again. At that point in time, I was determined to find the cure. So what would I do? I did what most people would do. I went through physios, I went through taking medication to relieve the pain, only to realize that when the drugs effect go away, that's when the aftermath happened. And I realized that when it comes to curing and elevating your back pain, there are two main parts to this, and this is what this video is all about. The first piece is about the external. Now, what is external? External is basically doing what it is you can externally to fix the pain. Taking drugs, medication, they could be great short-term, what helps you relieve this pain temporarily. But the truth is, how do you get long-term sustainable results? Now, that's basically what I want to share with you. Because for me, initially what I did was I did everything without realizing that everything that I did was all external. But what I wasn't focusing on was the internal. And what I realized was whenever I went to see all these different chiropractors and traditional therapists, one thing they would do after taking a couple of $100 from me from each session is they will always make me do these same exercises every single time. I will go in there, they charge me $100, and it was always through, these few movements. And I realized that ultimately what allowed me to walk again, and hike again, and bike again, and do all of the activities that I used to love doing as an athlete was not about the external. In a world where we want instant results, that's the dream. But what if I told you that the only real way for long-term cure is you putting in the work, doing the exercises from home every single day, doing the stretches, doing the right exercises, which is what I did that made all the difference for me. Now on this video, I want to be able to share with you how I can actually support you in making that happen. Okay, pause 1 second. Before I move to the next step, so notice what I did. I mentioned the problem, right? The problem is, in a world where we want fast, instant results, what do most people do? We're taking drugs, we're taking painkillers, we are doing all these things that is actually based on external. But what we're not working on is the internal. And every step of the way, notice what I did as well. I included story to make the problem visual and real. Always mention stories that is true and real for you. So what is the solution? The solution is by working on your internal exercises, the stretching, and improving bit by bit every single day. And when somebody is aware of the solution, you got to be able to transition to a part where it allows them to see that your solution is not a commodity. Every single time you educate your audience on a solution, what is stopping my audience to getting this solution that I'm telling them from someone else? That's a question you gotta ask. So for Jason, it would be, if exercising and stretching is the solution, then what is stopping them from just saying, okay, thank you very much, let me watch YouTube videos and go do it myself, right? So what stops you, your offer, your product, from being this commodity? So that is when number 4 is about the mechanism. Why is your solution unique? So if the solution is you gotta work on your internal self, and exercise and stretching. So what is my competitor? My competitor would be YouTube videos. So what is stopping them from saying, thank you Jason so much for this video, now let me go and watch these free YouTube videos? And you gotta address that in your video. So that's why I created this program to help people through my proprietary method where we work on these 3 areas. Let me show you how it works so that you can decide if you want to go do it yourself or work together with us in order to make it happen. What are we constantly doing every single day? Number 1 is the nutrition we put in our body, the supplements you take, the food that you are taking. If you're eating right with the right type of vitamins, definitely your road to recovery is going to be a whole lot faster. This is the first pillar that we will be working together on, because you want to be able to have the right nutrition every single day to make sure that you accelerate and get your body on a faster path to recovery. The second pillar is literally your sleep. I'm talking about, in order to get the quality of the sleep that you want, you probably know this. Chances are, if you're watching this video, there's probably some sort of posture that you felt really uncomfortable, some postures that you feel comfortable that may not necessarily be good for you. Notice what I just said. And I want to be able to share with you the different postures that you should be utilizing in your sleep The same postures that I was told after literally spending thousands on chiropractors and doctors so that you don't have to invest those amounts, so that we can help you get a better quality of sleep, as well as what you should be doing during your waking hours at work, when you're moving around, doing your active lifestyle, doing your active things. Because ultimately, I believe that the road to recovery, there are 3 main phases to it, which we'll be going through together if you decide to work with us. Phase 1 is to help you get out of pain, and I call that our relief phase. If you are in pain right now, you're probably saying, you know what, Jason, I don't want to worry about my food and stuff. I just want to get out of pain. Look, I get that. I've been through that. And that's why first phase is to help you relieve pain. That's when we can move on to phase number 2, which is to recover. How do we get the right nutrients in? How do we enable our own body to heal on its own without any medication, without any drugs, without any surgery? And finally, number 3, how do we rebuild so that we can get back to our old lifestyle, to do the activities that we once loved doing without us being a burden on our family anymore? And that's basically what it is that I do with my community. If you would like to join us in this challenge where we help you restart, rebuild, and recover, then all you gotta do is click on this link below to join us for this training. And if not, either way, I wish you all the best. These would be the steps that I would literally put myself through again if I were to start all over and if I had the pain once more. Okay, but if you want to be able to accelerate and work together with me, just like how countless others have, then all you need to do is click on this link below to upgrade your order. And notice what I'm also doing as I am mentioning these different parts of the mechanism. I am seeding in the value of what it cost me to acquire this knowledge. What I learned, the mistakes I made. So now it's like there's values. Like, you guys want to ask yourself, are you currently showing your audience how much it cost you to acquire what it is that you know today? Just think about that. This is how you start seeing in. It's like, oh, so in their minds, on the flip side, they're already starting to see for themselves, if they were to go find out on their own, it's going to be a much more costly alternative. Because that's what they're thinking. Why don't I just go to see these chiropractors more? Yeah, you could. I paid thousands of dollars for it. That's what ultimately you're implying. So now, even if they don't buy, they feel that they've gotten value by showing them that, look, you could do it yourself, but if you want to accelerate, you can work together with me. Well, I hope you enjoyed the behind the scenes to this coaching call. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments below what your biggest takeaway is. And as always, be sure to smash the like button. It does help the channel out a little bit. And to subscribe to this channel if you want to be notified of future videos just like this one. Now, some of you asking me, how can I be part of this process? How can I ask you questions? How can I have you coach me or mentor me? We want to make sure that we are working with the people that's the right fit. You'll need to fill up a form. There's a link right below this video. Somebody on my team might give you a call to interview you to see if the right fit for each other. And if you want to apply and see if you're a good fit, then all you need to do is click on this link in the description box below and my team will be in touch with you.